Welcome to Graywood Gardening. It is now the middle of May, and the theme for all of the work that I'm doing now is trying to get caught up on everything that I meant to do at least a month ago. And today, the top priority is getting an area prepared to start growing our wine cap mushrooms. Now, we're going to be growing these in a wood chip bed here in the forest, not too far in from the veggie garden. So the first thing I need to do is clear an area of all of these shrubs that you see is all buckthorn. We have a huge acres and acres of buckthorn that we need to deal with. But for today, I want to clear an area just around here where the mushrooms are going to go. That does mean I have to pull everything out of the ground entirely because I don't want a bunch of buckthorn sprouting up in the mushroom bed. So not a fun task. Let's get started. Okay, so I think that should just about do it. It is times like this that I'm very thankful for having such incredibly sandy soil that we do have. With clay soil or even with loam, this would be a much, much different task. Okay, so I have cleared an area. I should have brought a tape measure. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get a tape measure. Okay, so this area is about 10 feet by 11 feet, so about 100 square feet of grow area. I was kind of just eyeballing it. I pulled a ton of buckthorn out, so the area is clear according to my instructions. The next step is to get a layer of wood chips down. Okay, so this is going to be the base layer, and then by putting together every single hose that I own, I got a hose that just reaches here. So I figure what I'm going to do is wet down this base layer really good, then layer everything on top of it, and then maybe set a sprinkler to run for a little bit. I didn't turn the water on. All right, long hike back. Aha! All right, this is the actual mushroom spawn. I ordered this from a company called North Spore. They've been great to work with. Their site had tons of useful information. So this is wine cap mushroom spawn. And I think they call this sawdust spawn because I think it's just the mycelium in sawdust. So here is actual mushroom spawn. So the idea is to take this, spread it on the wood chips, and then do another layer of wood chips, another layer of spawn, and another layer of wood chips. So their directions say that wine cap mushrooms are the easiest to grow, and you can grow them just on wood chips. The wood chips, they say, should be ideally fresh cut, which mine are not, but it says that these are pretty adaptable. And they did make a note that it seems to work best on a combination of wood chips and sawdust. Haha! And I happen to have this giant bag of sawdust. So I'm going to sprinkle some of this in here, as well as the mushroom spawn. So just a note about what I'm using here. These wood chips are actually from our trees, where we cleared a bunch of trees, branches, and smaller trees. So these wood chips are a mix mostly of oak and birch. The sawdust is, we had actually taken some of the bigger logs and had them milled into planks. And the sawdust is from us planing the planks to build stuff out of it. So the sawdust is actually pure oak, and I'm told that wine cap likes oak. So let's get this underway. Alright, so I think I'm just going to try to break this up into small pieces and spread it out. Something I should stress here is that you really want to learn how to grow mushrooms. I'm not your guy. I'm just learning right now. This is my first time trying it. So just want to stress, don't consider me to be an authoritative resource. I just hope to encourage you to try to grow fun, interesting, new things. Okay, so now I'm going to get another couple loads of wood chips, put a layer of wood chips, and then keep doing wood chips, sawdust, and mushroom spawn. Okay, so that is done. I put a little bit of a thicker layer of wood chips on top. So now I'm gonna get a sprinkler and run a sprinkler over this for a couple of hours and soak it just really good. So this whole project took probably about 3 hours, which is longer than I thought, but it's just so far to go back and forth to get everything. Well, assuming I did not screw anything up, we should actually be getting wine cap mushrooms hopefully by the end of this summer, and certainly next year, and possibly for a couple of years. In fact, they say if you just keep adding wood chips every year, it'll continue going indefinitely. Alright, well there is a lot more to be done than I should have gotten planted a month ago. So, more to do.